Let's talk about ICE for a minute. ICE has been going around, and obviously people are worried because those that are undocumented have had a lot of concerns. Let me start over again because I don't know if it was connecting properly. I want to talk to you about ICE for a minute. Many of my clients are undocumented, which means that they don't have their proper papers, which also means that they live in constant fear and looking over their shoulder to see if there was a possibility that they might get deported. What happens is that ICE has been able to go to people's homes. They'll knock on their door and they'll ask to come in, or they will ask for a certain person. Because they look very official, people become scared and they start answering as many questions as possible, and they give them all the information that they ask for. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way for you to protect yourself and your family without having to give all of that information. I have posted several videos on my Facebook page, so I urge you to please check those out so that you can look at those and actually see exactly what the different scenarios are. But very briefly, I just wanted to tell you that if somebody comes knocking on your door, no matter how official they might seem, nobody is allowed to enter your home. That goes for ICE, for the FBI, for police, for anybody. Nobody is allowed to enter into your home without a warrant. So I always give this example and people always laugh at me, but it's actually a good example, and bear with me. But have you guys ever watched the show Vampire Diaries, or have you ever seen anything that has anything to do with vampires? All right, don't judge. But what that show, what the takeaway that I got from that show is that a vampire has to ask for permission before they will actually go into somebody's home. Like they actually have to say, may I come into your home? And then the owner of that house has to give them permission to get them in. That is the same thing for ICE, for the FBI, and for police. That means that if they come knocking on your door, they have to ask for permission from you in order to come in. And usually because people are scared and they're intimidated, they will immediately open the door and say, okay, and then they'll let them in. You do not need to do that. All you need to do is make sure that they have a warrant. And 9 times out of 10, they will not have that warrant. If you are not sure, just err on the side of caution. Do not let them in. Tell them that they can speak to your attorney if you're an existing client of mine. That would be me. And give them that phone number or call me and then hand the phone over to them if you need to. Don't even open that door a crack. To be perfectly honest, I don't want you even doing that. Don't step outside the home to talk to them. All you have to do is go through the door, tell them that you have rights, that you are protected, that you need to be able to see a warrant. If they cannot produce that warrant, you cannot let them in. Thank you, Electra. Yes, I know it's a ridiculous analogy, but I think it works because we need to understand. And it's so funny because when I do these Know Your Rights seminars and things like that, when I used to do them in the past, I would ask people, I'd say, okay, here's a scenario. Somebody comes in, they're well dressed, they have a badge, they tell you that they want to come into your home. Do you let them in? Every single person would raise their hands. No, 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 no. You do not want people coming into your home. Make sure that you let them know that you are aware of your rights. And this goes whether you are an immigrant or whether you are a citizen or whatever your status might be. It makes no difference at all. I also want you to understand that you have rights and agency regardless of your immigration status. There are options for you to fix your papers, for you to adjust your situation, for you to get that green card in your hand. And I want you to understand that there's so many different ways that we can do that for you. So please don't live in this bubble thinking that there's no other options for you just because somebody told you that you didn't have those choices. Sometimes you have to have a lot of doors slammed before you can get to that yes door. And I always like to think of my office as that yes door. We will find a creative solution for you. And if we absolutely can, obviously I will let you know. But many times, even if we can't get that green card, we can still get you a work permit. We can still get you some sort of protection for your family. So give our office a call, 630-504-0648. I just wanted to come on here because I know it's a weekend and I know that there's always a lot of activity and people go out and about. And this is the question I keep getting from clients all the time. What do I do if ICE comes knocking on my door? Do not open that door and do not let them in. Thanks.